Hello. I want to give you a little wake up the body morning practice. These are some of the things that I do on some mornings, and I really just want to shake up the energy in my body to bring a wakefulness and an aliveness to it. I will often combine this with a Kundalini Yoga practice or a series of sun salutations, which you can also do if you like. So we'll just start by coming down onto the floor. And we're just going to stretch and reach long. Reaching from the fingertips to the toes in a big stretch. Bringing both feet onto the floor, adjusting your pelvis as needed to support your lower back. And bringing the knees into your chest. Using your hands to bring them close or as far away as it feels good to stretch your low back. Rocking from side to side to give yourself a little bit of a massage on the floor. The eyes are open and seeing the ceiling or the sky above your head. Just rocking from side to side. Great, so now we're going to release the left foot, the left leg long onto the floor, and we're going to squeeze that right knee toward the right shoulder. And just breathing here again, seeing with the eyes, letting go of the musculature of the left leg, giving the internal body a massage with that right thigh. And we'll bring the left knee up into the chest, gathering the arms around both, rocking from side to side again, just breathing, seeing, and letting go of the right leg, stretching it long on the floor. You might reach through those right toes for a moment before letting go of all the muscles in the right leg. Pressing that right knee into your chest, into your left side of your abdomen, really. Bringing the knee toward the shoulder. Breathing. And bringing the right knee up to meet the left. Again, rocking from side to side. You can roll your ankles in circles. I like to crack my ankles in the morning and, all through the day. Crack the toes if you like. And then you can just start to rock and roll up to a seated position, rolling forward and backward, breathing. Rocking and rolling, and then finally coming all the way up onto hands and knees. We'll just do a little bit of cat-cow. So arching the spine, rounding the spine, arching the back, rounding, inhaling, exhaling. Come to a neutral spine. Bring the head and the tail together toward the left. So you're moving the spine on a horizontal plane, bringing the two ends of the spine together. Coming to the right. Moving head and tail to the left. Moving head and tail to the right. And now, as though the head and tail are connected, they are drawing circles. So just circling the head and the tail together in one direction. Inhaling around the top of the circle, exhaling around the bottom of the circle. Just really warming up the spine here. And reversing your circle, head and tail, circle in the opposite direction. So while you're doing this, you might also notice that the center of your spine is opposite the points of the head and tail while you make these circles. It's kind of a lot for the mind to do all at once. So You can just keep your awareness with the head and the tail, if that feels best. Inhaling and exhaling. Tucking the toes. We'll press back onto the heels, so you're in a deep squat position, stretching out the calves, and pressing through the feet, keeping the knees really deeply bent for this moment. Shoulders slide away from the ears. And go ahead and straighten the legs as much as it feels good at this point. It might not be fully straightened. Or it might be the head hangs, shaking the head no, nodding the head yes, bending the knees deeply, tucking the tail and rolling all the way up to standing. Head is the last to come up. Great. So from here, nice. I'm just going to start a slight bounce. So depending on the state of your knees today, you might not want to bounce too deeply. That's me right now. I'm not bouncing too deeply. It's just a slight shake through the knees. And we're going to be here for a little bit, so you might as well just settle into it. Bouncing through the knees. And with this bounce and shake, you are letting your hips be soft. Your shoulders are soft. Your head is soft. So everything is responding to this bounce through the knees. There's a lot of movement happening here, so just let it be loose. Let it all shake. So we're just letting the energy drop down and into the earth. There are whole meditation practices, entire retreats based on this alone, where you do this for hours and hours, and you would be amazed at what comes out and through. We're just shaking it out. Letting the head respond, and then straightening the legs, feeling that energy. Inhaling and exhaling. We're just going to start with a slight twist. Letting the hips initiate this twist. So the arms are just floating around. You're not moving the arms, they're just responding to the movement of the hips. The knees are slightly bent. The hips are initiating this twist. So they twist to the right, they twist to the left. The arms are just flopping around in response. Breathing. And now letting the movement be a little bit bigger. We're going to bring the arms up to heart level. So the twist might be a little bit bigger. You're seeing behind you. Your hand comes to your heart with every twist. Just opening up the spine and the chest. Getting some movement through the upper back, lower back, and the mid back. Inhaling, exhaling, and letting that become smaller once again. Initiating the movement through the hips. Knees are bent. The arms are flopping in response to the hips. Great. Coming to center. We're going to start tapping and patting. So bringing both hands up. You're just tapping the center line of the forehead. Tapping the center line up to the top of the head. Tapping the center line, the back of the head. And just tapping and patting the whole top of the head. You can use your open palms or just your fingertips to tap, tap, tap your forehead, your eyebrows, your ears, the cheeks. I'm going to stay right below the cheekbones for a moment here. Tap, tap, tapping. And tapping down the jaw, tapping the lips, and above the lips, lightly tapping the nose, and all the way up the forehead once again. I'm going to tap down the neck, tapping the back of the neck, the front of the neck. And tapping the tops of the shoulders. We use the right hand to just pat and tap down the whole left arm, the top of the left arm, and tapping and patting through the armpit. We'll do that arm again, tapping the whole arm. and through. Just tap our way across the chest with both hands. And using the left hand to pat. And this is kind of more of a clap, really, or a slap even. Less of a tap, more of a clap or a slap. Turn the whole right arm, getting through that armpit, tapping on the chest, tapping down the sternum, the solar plexus, the belly. Reaching your right arm over and tapping the back of the right shoulder as much as you can. Tapping the back of the right shoulder, both arms around. Bringing both hands up to tap your kidney points, the base of the ribs. Tapping the low back, tapping the sacral area, tapping your sides. As though you're playing a drum, we're tapping the belly. Go ahead and get your butt cheeks. Bring both hands over to the left and just tapping all the way down this leg, including the top of the foot, underneath the foot, the back of the leg, all the way up. Let's come around and do the right. Underneath the foot. Tapping, 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 waking up. Up the front of the belly once again. Up through the neck. Up the face. Tapping over the top of the head. Down to the neck. And dropping the arms. Whew. Feel that aliveness. Now, bringing the hands up, we're going to give ourselves a touch bath. So we're just slightly rubbing the face, lightly rubbing the head. This is more of a brush, really. We're brushing. It's like you had some soap maybe, or lotion. You're just swiping and brushing the arms, tops of the shoulders, wrapping yourself in a big hug, doing your back as best you can. This is a great little massage, a little touch bath through the chest, the belly, the hips, the butt, and swiping, touching the left leg, coming up, doing the right, coming all the way back up, and coming up. Again, we're just going to swipe up the face, down the back of the head. Waking up for sure now. Opening the arms wide with an inhale. Coming down to the earth, slowly bending the feet, the knees. Gathering energy up from the earth, drawing it up the front of your body with an inhale. And shooting it up and out like a beautiful fountain of light. Opening the arms, bending the knees, coming back down to the earth. Gathering energy up, drawing it up the front of your body. Sending it up and out with a smile. Again, bending the knees, coming down to the earth. Dragging the energy up the front of your body. Sending it up and out, and a slight twist to the left this time. So we're going to come down, gather the energy, draw it up the left side of the body, shooting it up and out, turning to your right, coming down, and inhaling, drawing the energy up and out, and bending down to the front, gathering the energy up behind your legs, drawing it up the back of the body, shooting it out the top of the head, and one more time to the front. Bending down, exhale, inhaling. Coming to standing, feeling your aliveness, your wakefulness. Ta-da! Have a great day.